The state of the municipality address is indispensable because it fulfills the dictum of public transparency, accountability, inclusivity, and a call for solidarity in the best interest of public service. Today provides a fitting moment in history of our beloved town, San Nicolas. As I stand before you to present my administration's trust, our accomplishments for the last 8 months, and our agenda for the coming years. I have been given a mandate to lead you in this post-pandemic era. God has used me as His instrument to serve His people. We recognize each one's dreams, but we came together for one common goal, that is for the good of our beloved town. History has been decent to us. With a continuous resolute love for the town, we love our town, and it has embraced its unique history, culture, and traditions. Let us help one another towards post-pandemic recovery, and together may we achieve resiliency. Let us be united for our cause. As your local chief executive, I am a believer and a molder of consensus. As we move forward, another chapter in our town's history, we are guided by our new vision. We earmark our goals in a unified document, the 2022 to 2025 Executive Legislative Agenda, formulated last September 22, which was eventually duly approved by the Sangguniang Bayan. This document, a product of multi-sectoral collaboration, is vital in achieving the developmental, socio-cultural, economic, and environmental goals, including human development, trust of my administration. It fundamentally contains PPAs that we deem necessary for post-pandemic recovery, resiliency, and process for healing. The ELA is our commitment at our level in achieving the long-term vision of the Philippines, the Sustainable Development Goals. I commend the Sangguniang Bayan for having been an active partner in community building and fostering sound and responsive legislations. May I then call on Sangguniang Bayan to support the different programs and pass the priority legislative measures encapsulated in the ELA. We need to institutionalize the different PPAs for sustainability and transferability. We should institutionalize collaboration with different partners even beyond our borders in the spirit of commonality and mutual development. And fiscal resources and management. While local governments' financial resources were also affected, brought about by the pandemic, as there is now a significant decrease in our national tax allocation. The LGU, however, managed the challenges and it was able to achieve a 112% tax collection efficiency rate for 2022 from local sources. From the pie chart, among various types of collections, tax and business represents the biggest share of collections from local sources, which is 55%, and listed the largest increase amounting to 8,605,650 pesos. We have to prioritize our PPAs and available fiscal resources and ensure that they must be substantially carried out during the period in which they have been programmed. Close monitoring and coordination and implementation of programs and projects are needed so that every sector will be benefited. Recognizing the role of the business sector and San Nicolas being the business hub of the province, it is but fitting to revisit the investment and incentive code in order to provide qualified businesses the fiscal and non-fiscal incentives and at the same time provide better and more conducive spaces for our clients to process their business permits and licenses efficiently and seamlessly. There is also a need to create an enabling environment for the sustainability of micro, small, and medium enterprises and help the sector to be more productive, innovative, and dynamic, for they are one of the most effective drivers of inclusive Philippine economic growth. An environmental management, we need to maintain a healthy and safe environment. The Environment Department has been conducting a massive and intensive information education campaign amongst business establishments to ensure compliance to environmental laws and achieve best practices and environment. The acquisition of machineries and equipment for waste diversions is significant, as this would create a waste-based livelihood. An agricultural development program, the agricultural sector has been gravely affected by the pandemic and by the African swine fever outbreak. We must sustain food security and provide support for our farmers, irrigators, rural women, and young farmers through the following: provision for agricultural machineries, equipment, and other farm implements. Provision of agricultural and livestock inputs, fertilizers, and seedling materials. Provision of agricultural insurance to crops and livestock. Establishment and rehabilitation of small-scale irrigation projects. Establishment of other agri-infrastructural projects. And livelihood and capacity building, provision of skills training and seminar. And assist them in marketing their products. And recovery and resiliency, provide them with financial assistance with the help of the Office of the Governor through our Governor Macho Marcos Manotoc and Congressman Angelo Marcos Barba, the Department of Agriculture, and other partners. Notwithstanding that San Nicolas is a landlocked municipality and relatively small in terms of land area, yet we keep on striving, as shown with the significant recognitions we continuously receive. And San Nicolas Public Market, we need to deliver what we promised. There was a need for an immediate rehabilitation of our public market. The public market is the face of the municipality and a prime economic and proprietary source of income of the municipal government. We are gradually transforming it to make it more pleasing to market goers, lessees, and the general public. And disaster risk reduction and management, we have set the direction and development of our disaster risk reduction and management programs and climate change adaptation activities for a safer, more secure, and disaster resilient San Nicolas. The MDRRM office has been able to coordinate and implement programs aimed at building capacities at the municipal and barangay levels and amongst different stakeholders. To respond to any eventuality, we need to strengthen the thematic areas, especially unpreparedness, prevention, mitigation, response, and recovery operations. Thus, a culture of resilience or panagridam is imperative to every Sanigoleño. And peace and order. We need to ensure that peace and order reign in San Nicolas. Anti-Drug Council peace and order meetings and activities are regularly conducted to discuss issues and concerns and come up with appropriate responses. Also, we gradually improve the traffic management to ease congestion. And the establishment of Balay Silangan, part of the effort of the municipality towards achieving a peaceful and orderly town is the declaration of the LGU as drug clear. One of the requirements in the drug clearing process is the establishment of a Balay Silangan Reformation Center where eligible drug personalities need to undergo reformation and activities. The San Nicolas Balay Silangan was inaugurated on February 28, 2023 and housed 37 drug reformists and social welfare programs. A government and its leaders must show genuine compassion, concern, and care for others. This is a true Ilocano cultural trait, panag sisinlaki. Many jobs were lost due to the pandemic. We need to ease the pain of those affected families in the form of livelihood assistance and grants and assist them in finding new, decent jobs. We thank Governor Macho Marcos Manotoc, Congressman Angelo Marcos Barba, and Senator Amy Marcos for their overwhelming support for the TUPAD implementation. Our senior citizens and persons with disabilities are ensured of receiving their birthday package. We have increased burial assistance to a maximum of 5,000 pesos. Orang di matayan ako, di ba? We need to further strengthen our youth and women welfare and development programs. We need to ensure the delivery of quality health and wellness services. The Municipal Health Office ensured the functionality of the birthing facility. The MSO conducted a massive campaign on health education, ensured on-call duty of health personnel, and brought health services to the rural communities. Corollary to our municipality being the commercial center of the province, there is a need to expand the MSO building and create additional positions. We have now started to increase the number of nurses and ambulance drivers serving their act in a job order arrangement. We envision a more permanent solution to our lack of MSO personnel when we shall have a more stable financial capacity. We have intensified various strategic activities related to population management and provided needed support. This includes gender equity and women empowerment and provision of skills and livelihood trainings. A literacy and continuing education program. Education is indispensable. It is a great equalizer. This particular concern and issue are close to my heart. Let me present again my literacy and education agenda for 2022 to 2025, which include areas from empowering the citizenry, digitalization, to research and innovation. All of us here are entrusted with an extraordinary and sublime mission. If necessary, let us be in close proximity to those who are really in need of our help and show them the kind of heart that we have. Mindful of the shortcomings in the Philippine education system, the municipality need to address this concern at the local level. With the help of our Board of Advisors and Read and Lead program, we must assist San Nicolas learners needing interventions, thanks to the partnership that we inked with the School Division of Ilocos Norte. It is now being conducted in a school-based modality. The municipality's Special Education Fund will be imperatively programmed and utilized depending on the priority needs of the education sector. As an advocate of empowered citizenry, we plan to establish a communication arts center which aims to enhance the communication skills of our students and learners to serve as the training and livelihood center of the municipality and a viable venue for the different functional literacy programs. Education is a priority. We need to substantially invest in this sector. In San Nicolas, we now have 2 pilot schools for the alternative learning system in the province and Region 1. One for school-based management at Pilipinas East Elementary School and for senior high school at Pingao National High School with the aim to take the appropriate steps to make education accessible to all and promote human development and the acceleration of social progress, thereby reducing social, economic, and political inequalities. At Cultural Heritage and Tourism Program, as we bounce back from tourism revenge, we need to ensure that our tourism facilities and tourism frontliners shall be ready. The Balay San Nicolas is the second museum in the province and Region 1 that is Department of Tourism accredited. The first is the Museo of San Nicoleño, the Wabu-Wabu. Thus, our LGU complies with national DOT standards. In his first State of the Nation address, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos stated that they say each brand has a story. As for the Filipino brand, ours is deeply rooted in our rich cultural heritage, and the tourism sector plays an invaluable role in the promotion of the Filipino. The Filipino Brand of Service Excellence Program promotes the best qualities and positive values of San Nicoleño hospitality. It enhances and uplifts the quality of tourism services in the municipality through excellent service. Our cultural heritage and tourism programs have evolved, not just to conserve and safeguard our precious resources and promote our tourist sites. They are now must-see venue or site as we share our best practices not only to our guests and visitors, but to researchers as well. We will continue to enrich our treasured past and share our stories and experiences, thus fulfilling the true essence and spirit of the Santipuleño heritage. Necessarily, the Quinadoras involving the heritage conservation, utilization, and development framework and tourism, sustainable and strategic development as encapsulated in the ELA must be carried out. The enhancement of our indigenous products born of our local industries such as the Panagdamili, tinsmithing, and blacksmithing must be sustained with the help of our partners from MMSU, the University of the Philippines, Diliman College of Fine Arts, and the Tahanan Pottery Shop. A new government center. With the passage of time, San Nicolas has emerged as a business hub in our province, bringing with it challenges, not the least of which is the need for more spacious space in the municipal hall to serve foregoing clientele. The need for a new government center with superior facilities and appropriately more spacious volumes has become imperative, a vision that we need to turn into reality the soonest. And this government center was envisioned by Congressman Angelo Marcos Barba and Senator Amy Marcos. As I speak, we are now working for the fulfillment of this need in cooperation and with the support of our dear Congressman and the pertinent national government agencies. And we would like also to thank Congressman Angelo Marcos Barba for the improvement of the Ferdinand E. Marcos Mini Cultural and Sports Center. Establishment of the Mili Scholars Associations Incorporated. I have a deep regard for education. It occupies a special place in my heart. I was the chairperson of the Committee of Education of the Sangguniang Bayan for 2 consecutive terms. And I was and will always be supportive of this cause. There are deserving students who want to finish their studies, but due to financial constraints, they could not finish their course on time. In answer to this, I set up the Mili Scholars Association Incorporated to help those who are in need from our personal pocket. I also express appreciation and commendation to those who help and those who will be helping as we raise funds for our scholars. They need our help, especially the most vulnerable and disadvantaged students. In the area of administration and governance, we appointed several employees and created new plantilla positions. Our concerted efforts and concern for our town is bearing fruit and manifested by the following prestigious awards and citations. The Gawad Kalasag, The municipality was among the 7 LGUs in Ilocos Norte, which was conferred with the Gawad Kalasag Seal of Excellence for the local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Councils and Offices category for calendar year 2022. The LGU is declared as fully compliant as it is adherent to the standards for the establishment and functionality of the LDRRMCOs as prescribed by the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010. The National Grand Winner Best Tourism Research awarded by the Association of Tourism Officers of the Philippines Department of Tourism Pearl Awards 2022 for the municipalities entry, pamana sa mata ng mga bata, heritage in the eyes of the child, in the case of San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte, Philippines, all levels category. Certificate of Appreciation from the University of Santo Tomas College of Tourism and Hospitality Management as a collaborative partner in promoting top-notch, world-class Tomasian tourism hospitality education with the theme Luminosity, Illuminating Possibilities Towards Partnership and Sustainability. Certificate of Appreciation from the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte for the Read and Lead program. Scroll of Honor from Philippine Red Cross. The Banwar Itisalubat Award for LGU COVID Response. Working for almost 8 months in office as the local chief executive is an unforgettable one, as we are now in the state of new normal. It is a humbling one. I am here to serve you unconditionally and to be accountable, transparent, and responsive to your needs. As a town known for its rich culture, let us cultivate harmony among us and help build a resilient and spiritually guided community. Let me end my message by reminding you, my townmates and partners, of this reality. I cannot solve all the problems that will come along the way, but we can effect change through harmony. Let us be one, work together for common good. Lastly, just like how our paths are made, there is a process meticulously crafted, enduring, and once they are fired, the finished products can be likened to blackbirds that capture a bright future ahead of us. Let us be what we are made as San Nicoleños. Let us believe in ourselves and be a treasure to everyone. Let us journey with resiliency, inclusivity, unity, and faith sa pasap na panagserbi at biyag ni San Nicoleño, Diyos unay agnina.
Thank you very much, Mayor, for that very comprehensive and all-inspiring state of the municipality address.